You member recognizing Vancouver West End.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I don't know if this motion is a tribute to the BC New Democratic Party because of our work to ban big money in politics. Maybe it should be because, as you know, Honourable Speaker, the BC Liberal Party voted against banning big money in BC politics, including foreign donations. They voted against banning big money in recall campaigns. They voted against banning big money, including foreign donations, in local election campaigns. So, everything about the democratic system and actually electing people who can govern and do public policy, the BC Liberals have actually endorsed foreign donations, have actually endorsed big money in all of the ways we elect people in this province. So to suggest that they now are all of a sudden saying, no, they're actually against that, well, just 2 weeks ago, they voted against banning big money in recall campaigns. So it's either the height of hypocrisy or last week they had some incredible face-to-face meetings with their constituents, angry that they continue to champion big money donations, and they've decided they want to get on board with the New Democrats who are against big money donations influencing our politics. Either way, welcome aboard. If that is indeed the truth, I don't see any indication of it, though, based on what people have said to date. Foreign influence, foreign donations to nonprofit organizations. What about foreign influence of corporations? We know many of our corporations that work in British Columbia and work across Canada have multiple shareholders, and they're multinational corporations. They answer to board of directors who may be in another nation, maybe all the way across the globe in terms of do they invest here in BC or not. They engage politicians. They try and get changes to public policy. So as every foreign corporation, are the Liberals saying that any corporation now that has a foreign buyer, a foreign owner, foreign shareholders should not be allowed to be influencing any policies here? Is that what this motion is suggesting? I don't know. It's so badly written that it's hard to say. What about if an embassy decided to fund a dancer from Australia to come perform in British Columbia to show the public what great artists they have in Australia? Is the mover of the motion suggesting that all nonprofit organizations should not be able to work with foreign embassies? Maybe that's what he's suggesting. Now, I know in my community, there's a Taiwanese Canadian community. They celebrated Taiwan Day, a Taiwan Fest. They're very proud of the place they've come from. I'm sure that the government of Taiwan has been supporting that effort too. Is he suggesting that should be banned? Or a day for Japan, a day for China that they hosted for the Union of BC Municipalities? If so, it would be interesting for him to be putting that on the record. But I don't think that's what this is about. It's about trying to score a couple of political points for their friends in the oil and gas sector, targeting environmental groups. They don't support any action on climate change, so they want to talk about that. I know that there's First Nations who sit one side, First Nations who sit on the other side, and we should respect that. If we want to talk about foreign influence in BC politics, we should remember we're named British Columbia because of a very heavy-handed foreign influence who came and moved in here and colonized this place. It goes back through our history. That's how BC developed. We had the Hudson's Bay Company, a big company that wanted to profit off of this land, not indigenous to this land, but a foreign company that came in. So let's try and not whitewash the history. I think another thing we need to remember is that when you try and demonize the foreign, you can create real problems. Our province has had a history of demonizing so-called foreigners. The Yellow Peril was one, the Red Menace. You go through, they attacked the internment against the Japanese. You go through many parts of our history. We've decided to create the foreign boogeyman to attack. I want BC politics to be run by local people. Absolutely. I want our decisions to be made in the best interests of local people. So let's just remember that there are many outside influences, nonprofits, corporations, donors, people who come here trying to lobby us to support their own nations in cooperation with our own nation, and rather than trying to create this hypocritical boogie scare technique, which these guys, I guess, on the other side, that's all they're left with. It'd be nice if they actually put their actions where their mouths appear to be today, and voted in favor of banning big money, voted in favor of banning foreign donations into our political system. But no, the BC Liberals have 100% endorsed foreign donations, endorsed foreign influence on our politics, endorsed corporate and big money influence on our politics, every single one of them. So they may get up and they may speak about how they don't want to see it, but they didn't do it when they had the chance for 16 years. They didn't do it when we brought private members legislation forward. They didn't do it when we were a government.
Thank you,
They
member.
love foreign money donations. They love big corporate
you.
donations like Liberals have.